Sometimes I wonder, is AI going to replace me? Right now, everywhere you look, it's AI this, AI that, new tools, new models, new automations. And if you work in tech, especially as a developer, it can feel really overwhelming. It's like the ground is constantly shifting under your feet. By the way, my name is Anastasia, and this is my YouTube channel where we talk about tech, career, and leveling up. So please subscribe. Every week, I ran a Q&A session on my Instagram page. And every single week, there's so many people that ask me this question. Is AI going to replace me and my job? And the short and real answer is, it might. I know it's scary and very uncomfortable to hear, but sitting here and pretending that everything is gonna be okay, it's not helping anyone. And the question is, why are we so scared right now? Because this is not the first time that technology has pushed people out of their jobs. But somehow, right now, it still feels different. And I think it's because AI isn't just changing tools. It's changing how work gets done. Before AI, technology usually meant learning a new framework, switching languages, adapting to a new platform. And now AI can write code, debug the code, write documentation, and even explain the logic better than you. So when some people say, just don't worry about it, it really can feel dismissive because it's so easy to see the changes that are happening right now in real life. And that's, I feel like, where most of the fear and anxiety comes from right now. It's not just from AI, it's just the idea of where do I fit in? So are you going to get replaced? Let's see who is actually right now at the risk of being replaced. Right now, AI is very good at repetitive tasks, predictable patterns, and clearly defined outputs. That's why I don't like to use that term, but if you're a code monkey and all you do is write code, use simple logic, and surface level problem solving, then I hate to tell you, but your job will probably get replaced. Of course, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that the nature of value is changing. And I feel like that's the part that many people miss. AI isn't replacing people, it's replacing skill sets. And I feel like this is very important to understand. AI replaces a very specific set of tasks. So if your value is tied to writing syntax, memorizing APIs, copying patterns, then yeah, you're not gonna have a job. But if your value comes from understanding the problem, designing the solution, making trade-offs, connecting technical work to real business needs, then AI kind of becomes your friend, not an enemy. And here's the big first shift that you need to make. Instead of just writing code, you need to become an architect. And I am not just talking about a title. It just means that you need to learn how to think beyond the code itself. Because AI can write functions, it can generate components, it can even suggest implementations, but AI doesn't really understand why a specific feature exists. And that's why you're here. You're here to tell AI exactly what to do. Being an architect means asking questions. Questions like, what problem are we solving? What happens if this scales? What can break if requirements change? What are the security implications? How does this fit into a bigger system? These questions are not going to disappear just because AI can write your code. If anything, I feel like these questions are going to become more important because now you actually have to explain AI what needs to be done. Understanding business logic, solving an issue, solving business problems is going to be more important than ever. And I feel like right now, a lot of developers underestimate it. Because let's face it, we're all probably going to become project managers. And also, AI can generate 10 different solutions for a problem, but it still needs you to choose which one fits best. Because let's face it, the developers who grow the fastest aren't the ones that write the most code. They're the ones who understand the context behind it. And that's not something that can easily be done by AI. And this brings us to a next point. You need to learn how to use AI. I hear so many people that are so against any AI tools that they don't know how to use them, they don't know what they can do with them, they pretty much know nothing, just because they don't like it. Guess what? If you're one of those people, you will probably get replaced. And no, you're not gonna get replaced by AI. You're going to get replaced by a person who actually knows how to use it. Because AI can actually speed up your work. You can do more during the time that you have. It can help you brainstorm ideas, automate certain tasks, reduce boring things that you need to do at work sometimes, create different automations fast and easy, and so much more. Think of AI as a personal assistant. It can help, but it still needs a lot of guidance. Because let's be real here. If you're not using or learning how to use AI, you already fallen behind. Because like I said, AI, and this is very uncomfortable to hear, AI right now, it's not a real threat. People who use it are. And it's not like you need to know every single AI tool that's out there. No. But you need to know how AI can fit into your workflow. Completely ignoring AI is not going to help you. It's just gonna isolate you. Next, learn how to prompt and how to audit AI output. Because prompting, it's not easy. There is like the whole skill behind it. You need to know the exact requirements. You need to know step-by-step instructions, because that's what you're doing. You're giving instructions. Telling AI, please fix my code, it's just, don't do that. And good prompts come from people who already understand the problem. Because prompting, it's more about thinking than anything else. And like I said, in the future, all of us developers are probably gonna be project managers anyways. And yes, of course, you need to know how to read the output. There's so many vibe coders right now that creating so much mess that I can't. Because when AI gives you a piece of code, you have to know how to read it, how to understand it, and find any issues with it. It needs to be correct, secure, and maintainable. Because AI-generated code can look right, compile fine, and still be wrong. It is so easy to introduce small bugs, performance issues, and security issues. So if you can't audit what AI produces, you can't safely use it. Which means we're not only going to be project managers, we're gonna be reviewers, refiners, decision makers, and so much more. And if something breaks in production, it's still going to be your fault. If there is a security issue, AI is not going to explain it to stakeholders. You will. And that's why I still believe that developers are not going anywhere. Because somebody needs to deal with all this. The people who are currently at risk are the ones that don't know how to adapt. This isn't about age, experience, or even intelligence. It's about, are you willing to learn and adapt? Because the world is changing, and you're supposed to change with it. It's always been like that. People who refuse to learn new tools and the ones that rely on the same pattern forever and see change as a threat instead of opportunity, they are always the first ones out of the door. And it's not because they are bad, it's because they just can't adapt. It's important to remember that AI is not an enemy. It's not a savior either, it's just a tool for you to use to be better. So if you're worried about the future, that's okay. It actually means you care. Just don't let that worry turn into panic. Learn how things work. Learn how to think in systems. Learn how to use AI without relying on it blindly. Because AI is not going anywhere. But for now, it's not replacing you. Like I said, the person who knows how to use it just might. And that's something you can actually control. So go learn something amazing.